Welcome to The Editrix, the podcast where we talk about satire, writing, and niche stuff like jeggings.
Can we open with Emily talking about her humidifier?
Yeah, talk about and go again.
I can't recreate that, guys, but I do have a better story that is even funnier. If you like that, and then we can start.
Welcome to The Editrix. I am Heidi Lux. I'm a managing editor for the Belladonna Comedy.
And I'm Kristen Mulrooney. I'm also an editor for the Belladonna Comedy.
I'm Emily Kapp, and I am additionally a managing editor for the Belladonna Comedy.
Hi, I'm Katy Maiolatesi. I do social media for the belladonnacomedy.com.
This week we have a special guest, Lucy Cooper of McSweeney's. Huge get. So let's dive into the interview questions with Lucy.
Hi.
Yay.
I like that you said it was a huge get. I'm really booked every day.
Oh, no. I think McSweeney's is so prestigious.
It is.
Like, we're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I feel like people are always trying to crack the mystery of McSweeney's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that tonight.
Right?
And I'm here to tell you what to do.
Get a dish.
Yes.
Okay, so Lucy, first of all, in your opinion, what would you say is like the style or main difference between McSweeney's and us at the Belladonna? Because you've written for the Belladonna before.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of know our voice. So are you able to like pinpoint the difference?
Yeah. I think I would say like the main voice at McSweeney's, I think that the Belladonna is like a little sillier, I would say, like a little more lighthearted. McSweeney's is often looking for like literary stuff, political stuff. And although we do run silly pieces, like those are sort of like our main content. People come to us for like political, literary, and like cultural critique, I think, mostly. And those are the stuff that kind of like drives the site. And the Belladonna I think of as more like fun and like you can kind of be wackier, like a little sillier. Like I think you guys often run pieces that like we wouldn't run, not because they're not funny, but just because they're like a little outside of the scope of like our like very serious readership.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We always feel like a slumber party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I love about McSweeney's though is like, you know, you're right, it is like political and literary and stuff. But then like the first time, I was just talking about this in our Belladonna group chat, the first time I was on McSweeney's, I shared the homepage with that piece about the guy who used a dildo and went to Narnia.
Yeah. But that really would have been like totally like not our normal.
Yeah.
Like, usually wouldn't take something like that. But every once in a while one slips in that we're like, this is just too good. Not
Yeah. We had a big discussion because I was like, do they take dirty pieces? Because I wanted to submit something that was a bit dirty. And so we looked at all of the dirty McSweeney's pieces and we discovered that yes, sometimes
we will. We try not to have too much cursing generally. Like obviously we're famous for having a piece that is like entirely but that's actually kind of why we try to stay away from pieces that are like really blue, because our like most famous piece is it's decorative gourd season, motherfuckers. And I think that sort of like encouraged people to submit a lot of pieces that are sort of in that same style. And we just like don't want that taking over the site, like that piece to stand out. So yeah, we will take pieces that are like dirty or like, you know, but it's not our like main focus. It has to be a really good piece to get through if it's like has profanity or sex or whatever. Like it has to be like really, really funny.
Yeah.
That's a good segue into the next question about like when you're accepting or rejecting a piece, do you have any non-negotiables where like you absolutely will not accept something?
Yeah, I mean, I think like Chris is the main editor and I'm the assistant editor, which you guys all know, but maybe
Chris
not.
What's his last name?
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it.
What's his last name?
I was like, what if I don't know how to pronounce Chris's last name?
Red?
I think it's monks, like a religious.
Like a religious.
Now I don't know how I would say monk.
Because I would say monk for the religious.
Like one of those guys.
I think it's monks.
Yeah.
I'm so scared Chris is gonna hear this and be mad at me. He's
What
like,
would the other
We've
option
all
be?
been saying
Monks?
monks though.
Moods.
All
What's
of
monk?
us. Like if it's not that, like he probably should change it.
It
because
has to be
he's pronouncing
monks.
it wrong.
It has to be.
I think it's monks.
Or
Yeah.
monks.
Chris, if you hear hearing this, please don't fire me.
Monks.
So one thing we try to like really not use is like sarcasm, which I think is like kind of hard to explain to people who are like not well versed in satire, that like satire and sarcasm are not actually the same thing. Like if you have a piece that's just like completely sarcastic, it's not funny. Like it's too easy, and it's like, we get a lot of pieces that are like, I definitely love Trump because he is so like trustworthy with women and stuff, like that voice of like that sarcastic voice, and like we won't take pieces like that. It has to have like it has to have like a good original idea. So like we don't take pieces now that are just copies of gourds or like copies of stuff that you've seen on our site already. And like if it's a joke that you've seen on Twitter a bunch of times, like we're not gonna take it. Like, so it has to be like a totally original idea, a good voice, and like my personal thing, I probably told Kristen this a million times, but I absolutely hate what I call the salesman voice, which is like, you guys probably get a lot of pieces like this too, that is like it's like this voice that's like, you won't believe this thing that we have that is the Poop-O-Matic machine or whatever. And it's like this, like, people write like this a lot, and I don't know why, but it's like really popular, and I absolutely hate that voice, and I will reject every piece immediately. It's in that voice. But yeah, mostly just like be funny, be concise. Like we generally like pieces that are short because people don't have a ton of time to read them. So like if you're going on and on, like people are not going to read it, and has a good title. A title is really important too.
How has being an editor shaped your writing? That's all. That's end question.
I think probably poorly, honestly. Just because like I spend so much time editing now that like, and I kind of like it better than writing.
Yeah.
Like I find myself just not writing as much, I think, in the last, but I also had like children since I became the editor at McSweeney's, and then like a month later had my first baby. So like it's hard to distinguish between like, what has my writing changed because of this job, or have I been not writing as much because I have small children? Like, but I do think like sometimes when I get a really good piece, I'm like inspired to write something. So like it does kick me off sometimes. Like I'll like have a good idea because of someone else's idea that I read in my inbox. And I'm like, look, I'm not gonna take that piece, but I have a really good piece that this reminded me of. But I think in some ways it's like, this is gonna sound really bad, but I think like before I worked at McSweeney's, I like was always jealous of everybody all the time. Like I was always jealous of like all other writers and like how good people were, and I felt like I was in this competition all the time with like trying to be the best. And then I got this job, and now I just like really appreciate other people's writing, and like I really love reading other people's writing, and I no longer feel like I'm competing with them anymore. So like it's like I just like get to read all of this stuff and like appreciate it and like make it better, and like I just love that part of the job. And it's like I think it's made me love writing in a different way, in like a less stressful way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good answer.
Yeah, I hear that. I like that attitude switch.
I like the inspiration bit, because sometimes when we get a piece in, I'll like be inspired, but also be like a little jealous. I'm like, man, that is such a good take. I wish I thought of it.
Yeah. We definitely got a piece in recently where it was like, oh God, oh, this angle. I wish it was this angle. And like the person already has like done the idea, and I'm like, you can't come in and be like, okay, well, this is your idea, but I did it differently. And
well, like, would you guys do that? Because we do that sometimes. Like sometimes we'll get a piece and like we think the angle is wrong, but it's like funny or whatever. And I'll write back to someone and be like, this is really funny, but what if you tried this and this and this, and you can write it over again? And people will do it.
Yeah, we do that too. Yeah,
rewrite.
We allow people to do rewrites sometimes. If it's like a piece is like, and I feel like it's not for every piece, but like if there's a piece where it's like, oh God, if they just did this thing,
It's like very rare that we do it. And like every once in a while you have them do it and then they don't make it any better. And you're like, oh no, I still have to reject you after I've made you rewrite this whole piece, that's like for me, the worst part of the job because it feels so bad to be like, still no.
It's tough. Yeah.
But that's usually for us, I think that's usually when they haven't really done anything to transform it. And so it's like I feel bad because I'm like, oh, they put the work in for a rewrite, but then I'm like, did they?
Yeah, it's like they didn't quite do it. But then sometimes people like knock it out of the park, and you're like, oh my god, like I can't believe you. Yeah. Why didn't you write it like this way the first time?
But then that's such a good feeling because it's like, oh, we gave the right note, and
yeah, and now we're like all in this together.
We take kind of credit for it.
I think it kind of speaks to like the feedback process of like getting like extra eyes on your piece because, you know, you might not get there yourself, but like somebody else will like, who's not so attached will be like, oh, here's something that's there that you can't see.
Yeah.
Cat.
What's the kitty's name?
Ivy.
Jolene.
Here's JoJo. They'll know Jolene now.
Yeah. Wait, what's the cat's name? I missed it.
Her name
Ivy.
Is
Ivy.
Ivy.
Oh
no, two.
I actually have 3 cats, but the other one's old, so I'm not gonna pick her up.
Ew.
No,
stop! Don't talk about them like that. Off the top of your head,
yes.
What's one of your top 5 favorite pieces from any publication, no matter if it's published today or 10 years ago? It doesn't have to be from McSweeney's.
Okay.
It could be, or Belladonna, like literally just one of your faves.
I think from McSweeney's, I have like a few that I always say are my favorite. One is I honestly can't even remember who wrote it now. That's terrible. But the piece is like from the perspective of the girl in Avril Lavigne's song.
Oh yeah.
Hater Girl, and it's like from the perspective of the dancer girl that she's like singing about, and she's like, you're such a loser. But like it's just so funny because it's like you grew up listening to that song and you're like, yeah, Avril Lavigne, you're so cool. But then like the way the piece reframes it, you're like, wait, like that girl didn't do anything wrong. And that piece just makes me laugh so much. And I love that as like
Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy responds 18 years later by Madeline Trubinsky.
Yes, Madeline Trubinsky, that's who it is. And she's so funny. She's written a lot of funny stuff for us. But yeah, like I love that piece because it's just such a good example of like someone really finding their niche, like, which I always love pieces that are like, you can tell someone was like really passionate about this like very specific thing. And it's like something that's been driving them crazy forever. And they just like, you know, it's not cliche, it's totally original, but everyone relates to it. Like everyone is like, oh my gosh, I remember that song. Like that is annoying. And it's just like I just think it's a perfect piece. It's so funny. For the Belladonna, I was thinking, this is such an old piece. You guys might not even remember this, but Taylor K. Phillips wrote a piece for you guys that I think it was called like All the Things I Would Do If I Lost 25 Pounds. And it's like, it was from so long ago, but it was like all about how she would like ask people to carry her piggyback and like, just like, she would just like see the world, like everything would be totally different if she lost 25 pounds. And I loved that piece because it is just sort of like nonsense. Like, of course you would do that, but like, that's how you feel. But there's one that's called She Lives in New York and Los Angeles. Have you guys read that one? I think we published it last year. And it's like, maybe it's Carrie Ellison. I don't remember who wrote it. But
I think I remember this.
And it's like, it's just like about a woman who lives in New York and Los Angeles and how that's possible. And it's very funny. It makes me laugh so much. I'm not describing it very well. Yeah, it was Carrie Ellison. Yeah. I also love Sean McGowan is one of my favorite of our writers, and he has a piece that is called As Seen on a Telephone Pole, and I can't even describe this piece, but it's so fucking funny. It like the first time I read it, I was like literally in tears. I couldn't stop laughing. So look that one up.
Is it about geese?
Yeah, it's about geese. And then
Pole in Your Neighborhood by Sean McGowan.
It's so good. It makes me laugh so much. I love every piece. I just like, I don't know. I'm just so glad that I get to read all of these pieces all the time.
How did you get your start in satire and how did you get your start at McSweeney's?
Okay, so me getting my job at McSweeney's was like a total miracle. So basically, so I got an MFA in creative nonfiction and I got my undergrad was in creative writing. So I was like writing a lot, and but I was writing creative nonfiction, and I just was sort of like not feeling like I had a place really, because I was in this MFA program and like everyone was very serious and everyone was writing this very serious fiction and very serious poetry and very serious creative nonfiction. And I just like that wasn't my style. Like I've always sort of been funny and like wanted to write funny stuff. And I just couldn't find like a good example of like what I was trying to write really. And so like I graduated from my MFA program, and my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, moved to Michigan, and I moved with him. So I started volunteering at 826 Michigan, but the director of 826 Michigan, Amanda Yulee, she was my boss, and she kept being like, look, we really want to hire you, but we just don't have a job that's right for you. Like, and she's like, I'll let you know if we find one, but like, it's just not working right now. So I ended up moving from Michigan to live in Boston with my husband, who got a job in Boston. And about a year into living in Boston, I got a call from Amanda, and she was like, hey, it's been a few years. And like, I've seen that you've gotten published in McSweeney's a lot recently. And I don't know if you know, but she was like, I actually am the director at McSweeney's now. So she had moved over. She's like best friends with Dave Eggers. And so she had moved over she had been the director at 826, and then she moved over to McSweeney's. And she was like, and the first thing I wanted to do was that I wanted to hire you. Because she had like been promising me a job for years. And, like, I think it was just sort of this perfect fit where like I had been working for 826 for a long time, and I'd been writing for McSweeney's, and like finally Amanda became this like link between the two. And so she called Chris, and we like had a meeting, and then I was hired. I like didn't apply. I didn't even know. I don't even think there was a job. She just was like, I hear now, I'm gonna hire you.
Oh, that's so great.
That. So I think everybody.
What is he like?
What is he like? I love Chris so much. I feel like most of my success is all like owed to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like fascinated by him. So tell us what he's like.
Yeah. I feel like we all have like this sort of like mystique placed on Chris Monks, because he's so like McSweeney's is so like we all just want his approval so much. So
I know, I do too. I'm scared he's gonna listen to this and be like, you're fired. No, he's like the nicest person. He's literally so nice and chill. He's very tall, which surprised me.
What?
I know.
How tall do you know?
He's so tall. He's like over six. I would say he's like over 6 feet.
Interesting.
Okay, like 6'5", 6'4".
Not that tall, but like he's like
Heidi.
I don't know. I didn't measure him, unfortunately. But like, and I'm very short, so like everybody seems tall to me. But he was like much taller than I expected. He's like very fit. He does like God, he's gonna fire me if I tell you all of his secrets. He's like he does like, fitness stuff, and like he's very like he has 2 kids, who are in college. I think he's a really good dad.
Oh, you're saying all nice things. It's
he's such a nice guy. He's just like such a chill, nice guy, and like
I feel like it's like I feel like he's like a little bit of like the Lord Michaels of the satire world.
Oh yeah.
That's such a good description.
That is.
Yeah, where it's like I don't know, like all of us, like every single one of us, like we want his approval, and it feels like we all have to like work to get it.
Yeah.
And I don't know like he's so mysterious. Like, if you can like smile, it's like because I feel like I'm a person who I don't need a lot of like external validation, but like every time I get like Chris Monks's like external validation, I'm like, oh, I did it right.
Yeah. He's so good about feedback too. Like he's so nice in his rejections. Like he's always like, he's just like great. Like he responds. I mean, I respond too sometimes, but
really
like,
fast.
Yeah, really fast. I mean, he reads that whole inbox every day and like responds to everybody. And like, let me tell you, we both read it really fast, and we often read things so quickly that we have to put like timed responses because we don't want to like respond to people within 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
So like we always time our responses like at least 3 days later.
Oh, interesting.
Speed readers.
Yeah. Because I mean, it also keeps people from like sending a bunch of
right.
Yeah, we do that too, but we don't get as many submissions. So I assume that it actually did take you guys a few days to get through them.
No, I mean, we read them pretty much by the day. I don't always, because I don't work as much as Chris does. I only work part-time. So like my stuff often I do actually take 3 days to get to, but he reads them all every day.
Does he have like any like full-on accepts, or is everything either just
sometimes he'll just accept things? Yeah, sometimes he'll accept things every day. if he thinks it's really good, but not usually, honestly. Usually everything goes into the maybe.
How many submissions do you guys get?
I mean, it kind of varies. Like right now, we probably are getting like 30 to 40 a day. But then in the summer, it slows down a lot and you'll get 25 maybe. The secret of McSweeney's, if you really want to get into McSweeney's, submit an open letter or new food, which are the ones that I do. I can tell you like some tricks for getting into McSweeney's. Game the system by like, I mean, you guys probably don't do this already, but like don't submit a lot. Like
no problem.
We remember who submits, and like there's like 1 or 2 people who submit like every single week. And it's like, look, we didn't take any of your other 300 submissions. Like we're probably going to take this one. Like, and it's because people just like, they aren't reading it. Like read the pieces. Like also topical is a good way to get in. Like if you can turn around a story really fast, we don't get as many topical submissions as you might think. And I feel like a lot of times people are like, well, I had a good idea, but I just assumed you would have gotten so much. Like you probably got so many submissions about like, you know, like the government shutdown or something. And it's like, we really don't like people don't have the time to write pieces really quickly. So like, if you do have like, if you have an idea and you have an hour and you can just bust it out, like do it, because we might not have anything on that topic. And we might be like, oh, we really need something on this, but we don't have anything on it.
That's amazing.
Lucy,
that
is
amazing.
Somebody about Mossy?
No, you're going to make me tell them about Mossy?
Oh, yes. No, yes.
No.
Do you want me to show them Mossy? He's still in my freezer.
Tell me everything.
We just had a mouse named Mossy who died.
When did Mossy die?
Oh, I don't know, like sometime in September. We put him in the freezer and we will eventually get around to burying him. We just have not done it yet.
Can I ask how long it lived? Mossy lived?
He lived for like 1.5 years, which I actually think is pretty long for a mouse.
Yeah. Especially with like 3 cats.
I had no idea. Yeah, 3 cats.
Yeah.
Right.
Kristen keeps bothering me. She's like, have you buried Mossy yet?
It's only been 6 months. That's not so bad.
I'm very busy. I don't have time for a mouse funeral.
Oh no. What if he's in the freezer for longer than he was alive?
I mean, that honestly might happen. Like, when am I gonna? The ground is gonna freeze soon.
Yeah. What if you unfreeze him and he's not dead?
He just like snapped back to life. He's like, whoa.
I guess the word is thaw.
Yeah. No, I think Mossy's pretty dead.
Just like, I know this from the like medical dramas, is that you're not dead until you're dead warm.
Oh my God, right. But I think he was dead. He was dead warm when I found him.
I think it was like wait until they get like technology to like revive him. So it's like
clone him. Did I clone him?
Yes.
He was such a good mouse. I need him again.
I need this mouse back.
It was my dream mouse.
I'm gonna come down
and keep all this.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mossy. I'm laughing, but I did truly love Mossy.
What do you love most about working for McSweeney's?
It's like a dream job for me. Like I mean, like the best thing about McSweeney's is just that it's a very small company. I think there's only about 10 full-time employees. So like everyone is very close. Like we're all on Slack together, and like, you know, everyone is like a little family. Like we just like know each other really well. I've never met any of them in person, but I hope to one day. Because McSweeney's is based out of San Francisco, so pretty much everyone else lives in San Francisco, except for like me and Chris and like a few other people. But yeah, and I mean, it's like I love what I do. Like I love editing and all the other random stuff I do for McSweeney's, which is boring, but I do like customer service. I do contracts with our writers. I do just like a variety of stuff, and like it's just such a chill place to work. I mean, they're very flexible. Like, I love meeting people. Like, I just like love this network of writers that I've sort of like connected with and like made friends. Like I made Kristen be my real life friend, like because she was her
real life a few days ago.
Yeah.
How did you guys become friends?
Like literally through McSweeney's, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think
we're like kind of friends through like I don't know, like the Facebook groups and McSweeney's and like
and I mean like Twitter and just from like being, I knew you more like as another writer, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think I knew you.
You knew me before I worked at McSweeney's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean, I think Lucy just sent the most random message to like 5 people saying, "Will you guys go on vacation with me?" And like that was really how we became friends.
Lots of professional people read McSweeney's and look specifically for writers. So like I know a lot of people who have found agents through McSweeney's because they were reading through pieces and they were like, we want to write a book. Like, oh my gosh, what is her name? Gila Pfeffer? Is that how you say her last
Yeah. Gilda?
Yeah, she published a piece at McSweeney's and got a book deal out of it because they read the piece and they were like, why don't you make this a whole book? So, and that's like happened to a lot of people. So it is like a great jumping off point for that. And that is like my favorite email to get when people are like, hey, could you give me the rights to this piece because I'm getting a book deal? And it's just like so exciting to be like, yes, take all the rights, take them back. Like, yeah.
The founding editors.
Something.
Heidi.
The 9 months of pregnancy ranked, and like that went up at like 9 a.m. and at 10 a.m. I got an email from Comedy Central from like a vice president at Comedy Central, and she was just like, "Oh my God, you have a pilot? Like, can we have a meeting?" And nothing came of that because like I did not have a pilot there anyways. But that's just wild to me that like
I mean that's happened to me too. I wrote a pilot for Audible, which they paid me for, but they like didn't use. But it was like the same thing. It was like he read my McSweeney's piece of mine, and he was like, "Hey, write a pilot for us, and I'll buy it."
That's cool.
You know what piece it was that you wrote that he saw?
What?
You know what piece it was that he saw? Do you remember?
I think it was the Blue Apron piece. But yeah, and that happens to a lot of people. Like people, like I know, like Taylor K. Phillips is a good example. She like it helped her get a job on late night. So like it's just a great it's a great jumping off point for people.
Yeah, the founding editors of the Belladonna got a book deal through.
Yeah, what is that one called? The
New Erotica for Feminine.
Yeah.
And that started from like a group chat. The Belladonna group chats are magic.
Yeah, they are.
And it's just like a great way to connect. Like it's like people I love like another thing I really love seeing is like people often write group pieces or like pieces with partners or whatever. And it's like so fun to see the different combinations of people. Like, cause I know, most of our writers, and then you'll see like, oh, I see like Kristen is suddenly writing a piece with like, some other person that I know, but I didn't even know they knew each other. Like, so it's like such a good way for people to connect and like, sorry, what are you doing? And like, just, it's a great community.
Yeah. I think we've said this before, but it feels like the satire space is so nice and friendly.
Sometimes we have something where we're like, oh, I really want someone to write about this, but like, who would be the perfect person to write about it? And we'll like reach out to someone, and be like, hey, could you write? Like, I've reached out to people a lot about specific things that I know they're good at. Like Sarah K. Runels, like, she writes a lot of like relationship stuff. So I've like reached out to her if there's like something in the news about, like Tinder or something. So like I do that a lot with people that I'm like, oh, I know this person is good at this. But
thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy.
Nice meeting you. See ya.
Our show was so freaking long ago. What's it?
It was a month ago today at filming.
Oh my God.
Today's November 12th. And our show
my
was October 12th. Wow.
God.
A month of missing you, ladies.
I loved hanging out with you guys because I didn't feel like it was our first time meeting.
Yeah. It didn't really bad at all.
I think our show was so good.
Yeah.
It went really well.
We are shooting the shit, but I feel like that it did go so well.
Yeah. Full house, right?
Yeah.
Full house.
Full house.
Gave away 3 pairs of magic jeggings.
We slung,
giving the magic to 3 lucky people.
Yep.
To have a slinger. Yeah.
And
I think my favorite part of the show was the man who received a pair of magic jeggings and immediately put them on.
Who was that guy? I loved him.
Yeah, he was great.
It was like my friend's friend.
That is amazing.
We should have them on.
Yes, we should have them.
Next guest.
You guys,
what kind of magic he has received from this. How has his life changed?
Yeah, because it definitely has for sure.
No doubt.
You guys turned me on to oatmeal. I had oatmeal for breakfast today. The listeners need to know that. Like now all 4 Belladonna editors are on oatmeal.
On oatmeal. And you, Emily, turned me on to frozen fruit.
Doesn't
I'm
it
now
like it's
eating frozen fruit.
because the like the frozen with the hot makes it kind of not liquidy, but like it
adds a
flavor
wow.
to, and I don't know, Quaker sponsor us, or actually I don't even use Quaker. I use the Aldi off-brand because
I use like Whole Foods right now.
Okay, so Quaker maybe don't sponsor us,
but Quaker,
we don't care about you.
Sponsor us maybe.
I've been doing like McCann's. I've been doing the Irish steel cut oatmeal. So
okay, that's good too.
Still onion out.
That's good.
But at least it's oatmeal.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah, it counts.
Okay. Incredible. So we should talk about our favorite pieces of
and I chose I'm a super funny guy offering my services to punch up your comedic, I'm putting quotes by the way, social media posts by Danielle Koenig, I want to say. I hope that's
for the German pronunciation.
I think is that the German? Okay, I think it's Koenig. And I do it. I'm gonna put a chart somewhere here that this is reminded me of. It's like it was like mansplaining, but funny, like taking it in a different avenue. And this chart is somebody like puts this on Twitter. She like made it on Microsoft Paint. I don't even know, like years ago. And it was like, it resonated so much with me, but it reminded me of that chart, but I'll put it up in a sec and I'll talk about that in a sec. But I really enjoyed this because I wrote people, parentheses, men, think you're serious, like you're posting something and you need help because you're a helpless woman on social media and you need help with whatever, like you need to like, I have a question. They think you have a question or like you're stupid or that you're serious. And we're all like, I'm like, it says I have comedy in my profile. Like, what are you, I'm a clown. Like, please don't leave me alone. And even though you didn't ask for help. So this piece talks about, this piece is written as an ad, and I really thought that was really clever. As a man putting on an ad saying, I will offer my services as to like reformulate your comedic posts. And I thought that was a perfect way to summarize man. So it reminded me of this mansplainer chart, and it was one question is like, it starts with like, did she ask you? And if it's no, then shut the fuck up. Yeah. I love that. And then, so you can, I'm so mad about men today.
No, but it happens all the time.
All the time.
It happens to me like literally every day. People like correcting my grammar, somebody correcting my punctuation.
Oh my God. On social media? No.
Everyone's just relaxed.
The thing, we talked about this in our group chat a little bit, but like if you want to go viral on LinkedIn because people are not going to be correcting you. They're going to be plugging their own shit. Yeah. They're going to be like, great point. I actually wrote this blog post about it. Or like, great point. Check out my company on the same issue. That's like, but it's not really the same.
Yeah.
On LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's true. You should. Yeah.
No, but like on LinkedIn, people have to be professional. So they're not going to be like, fuck off, bitch. Like, no, ladies, take it to LinkedIn.
Ladies, if you want to go viral, go to LinkedIn. They're perfectly assholes on there.
I did a thing go viral today, the day of the recording. And I was like, there's a part of me that's like scared of going viral because of like the whole fuck off bitch aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, people are actually being like, and I think it's because if like somebody is like, you dumb slut, like you like on LinkedIn, like that's not the place you can do that. That's for threads.
Yeah, it's for threads. It's for Twitter. It's for everywhere else. But
it's everywhere else on the internet except for LinkedIn.
Oh my God.
On that note, my favorite piece for this month was You Are a Toddler Asking Too Many Questions. Please refer to this flow chart by Kristen Wong.
That was #1 last month. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah. Ooh. #1 read.
I'm not surprised because one of the things I loved about this piece is she does such a good job with like the flowchart form itself, because it starts off with like a regular like what is that, and then it like does the whole flowchart, you know, flow, and then it just goes more at like as it just gets tinier and tinier and like more like
Love that.
like
So
intense
silly.
like on the side like as it goes on, and it's like you just know like the words are too small to read, like, but it's like you just know what's going on, and it's such a good visual, like so I was really impressed by the visuals of this. It's like you don't even need to read it to be funny. It's funny if you read it, but like if you don't read it, you're still gonna be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. That's totally a toddler. She did it so well that not only did the flows, the arrows make sense, like she was able to like really like transform it into something that was so funny and so on point. So good job, Kristen.
One of my favorite pieces from this past month is "We Need a Big Strong Man to Move This Reasonably Sized Object" by Sarah Gardner. This one just cracked me up because it has so many good details. And I was reading it through again today, and I think like with all the wonderful details she adds, she also does a great job of comparing the man in question with the women that are also in the room not being asked to lift the strong object. So he's just describing this man as like a Timothy Chalamet and like a little like just a little guy. And then the women, like, what was it? One of my favorite lines? Oh, I'm trying to look for it. It was like, Becky, do you think we would ever dream of asking Becky, who's competing in her ninth Tough Mudder this next week, to do such rigorous physical labor? So just the like the wonderful details and just the comparison, really, it just was done so wonderfully.
But just because somebody's a man, they're going to ask them first. I think also in our group chat, I talked about this, like people used to come into my classroom and be like, can I borrow some strong young men? And I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Always. People go straight for the male people. And this also, I should say, was in the top 5 most read last month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have very like specific memories of being in like 4th grade and it's like maybe June and it's hot and like we're just like done with school and somebody comes in like, oh, I'm cleaning up my room. I need some strong boys to help me carry these books. And like as an adult, I understand that this was probably a way to get the ADHD boys like to take a book. But like just because I know now as an adult that I was an ADHD girl, but I just sat quietly with that. And because it didn't come across as this, like I just had to sit in my seat, even though I could have carried those books too.
There's something
like what
a little like not right about being like, I need some strong boys.
Yeah, ew, yeah. You're right.
As many as I can get. Send them my way.
Like strong boys. Give me all your strong young boys.
Wait. Never mind.
And now nobody's gonna say that ever because I ruined it. I did a service.
Wait, did Heidi just fix sexism?
Yeah.
That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do it.
Like what message? I'm getting so on my soapbox. Like what message does that send to little girls? Like you're useless. Go read a book and raise children.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like you're useful as long as the activities don't involve like arms.
Right. Yeah.
I will overcompensate for this. I may have told the story before, but my 10-year-old son, he's like a noodly little kid. He's very athletic. And my 8-year-old daughter is like, that girl is a beast. She's a champion. She's a gymnast. She's the strongest child I've ever seen in my life. But like, because he's a boy, he thinks like, oh, well, I'm stronger than her. And I'm like, well, why don't you guys arm wrestle right now? And
Kristen goes, fight right now. Take it outside.
I'm just like, she's so much stronger than you. So, you know, just be quiet. And why don't you fight? And we'll see what happens.
I like that you make your kids fight.
Yeah, me too.
He needs to know.
Yeah.
Do we have an outcome?
No, they never did it.
Oh.
I'm gonna tonight. I'll go do that and I'll report.
Yeah, instigate more.
Wake up! Get out of bed now. You're fighting.
You can add a little text block at the bottom.
You're
of the
like massaging your
Hold on.
daughter's like shoulders,
Record, all right.
ready for her to go in the ring, and your son's like over there.
But it's weird though, like my kids. I feel like we've talked about this, but like in my house, like I'm the one who watches sports. Like I watch baseball, I watch football. My husband's around, but it's like leave mom alone because she's watching her stuff. And like I'm the one who plays catch with my sons because I love playing catch. But yet they go to school and then they come home and they say sports are for boys. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how can you do this in the household that you're growing up in?
Oh my God. If sports are for boys, explain Heidi's hurt ankle.
Right?
Yeah, explain that.
Yeah. But also like the game I had before I hurt my ankle, because I hurt my ankle in softball because I played a good game.
Yeah.
I was like trying. I like was on second base. First of all, guess what? Not in the outfield, infield babies.
Oh,
yeah, you
dang.
heard that right.
That's right.
Somebody hit a ball with a bat. Yeah, I know the terms. Came right my way and I stuck my hand up and guess where it went? In my fucking glove.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's for boys. Girls can catch balls too.
Yeah, that's right, bitch.
Guess what? I hurt my ankle and I still got a run. Like I had a runner fill in for the last base. But still, guess what? It happened. Still counts.
Wow. How are you, by the way? How's your ankle?
It's like almost better already.
But it was very serious.
I have this sock.
Oh, compression sock.
That does help.
On Amazon for me, it was like $10. And like it's copper and we've been joking that it's like copper inspired plastic. Like a copper tin alloy. It's like cheap. It's not even just copper.
Hey, whatever helps.
I took parenting milestones that weren't in my baby book. And we always joke about how like, oh, we don't know how to pronounce these last names. And I was like, oh, this one's easy. Except now that I'm about to say it, I don't know.
Is it Alpel?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But this one's by Megan Alpert or maybe Megan Alpert. I don't know how you'd say it. I would say Megan Alpert.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, parenting milestones that weren't in my baby book. And to be honest, when I first saw this one in our inbox, I did not expect to accept it just based on the title because I feel like it's a very common topic. And I think, I feel like
I didn't know that.
Parents who are satire writers are going to write about this topic. Like I know I've tried to do it. So I expected it to just be like more of something that I've already seen, that I've already thought. But then I read it and it's just a list. There's like 26 items on the list. And like, well, a list is all about like having a rhythm to the jokes. And I feel like it's very well constructed, has the good rhythm, but all the reps are like new things. And it's so hard to come up with like something new on a parenting subject. But these were, and Lucy had kind of said something about this where it's just like a totally unique idea that when somebody reads it, they're like, oh my God, yes. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to find like a good example of one. So number 2 says unnecessary trip to the ER because 24-hour nurses line can't legally tell you your baby won't die overnight. Like, that just hits on something so real for a new parent. Where you know your baby is fine. Like, you know they're fine, but what if they're not? And what if you didn't do anything and nobody will tell you anything over the phone? And so you just go to the ER and like waste an entire night and you're exhausted because what if?
Right.
And she said everything I just said like much more succinctly. Let me find another one. First time doctor dismisses postpartum or baby health concern. I was just talking about that with Lucy and our friend Lauren when we were in Weird Charlotte about how when you have a new baby, you go to the doctors and they have mom fill out a postpartum form and it's like, how are you feeling? And you're like, oh, I think I want to die and this is the worst I've ever been mentally in my life. And then they take that form and say thank you and never address it. And I just think no, it's nuts. I don't know.
Wow.
But I just feel like topics like that, like she said it in a funny way and she included in this very funny piece. But like a lot of this stuff I think is really important for new parents to read and it's great to deliver it in a funny way. And it was kind of why I started writing satire in the first place, was because I was having a very hard time as a parent. I wanted to like share these things with other people to know that I was thinking them too. So anyway, all that to say, I feel like Megan did a really good job with that. And with like saying these things in such a funny way, and just like coming up with new details of new parenthood that I hadn't seen yet. And as an editor and as a writer, like I've seen so many ideas. So for her to have something new, I thought that was really great.
That postpartum shit is so infuriating. I don't have kids, so I don't even know. Like, but that to be dismissed for that when it's so real is crazy.
Anyways, thank you for listening to another episode of the Editrix, and we'll see you next month.
That's right. We're back, baby. Should I put that at the beginning?
Bye.